Well, greetings and welcome to Infinite Flight Cruising New Mexico 1. Now, first of all, happy Thanksgiving from the time being I recorded this video, and I'm thankful for the fact that I can live in a place that, in terms of land feature, looks like Iran. Now, of course, we'll be flying an Iran Air 747 around New Mexico. As for the Q Academy crash videos, I'm very sorry I made those videos because Albuquerque, for some reason, is a big city but acts like a small town. And I didn't think anything would happen because supposedly the school reported my content and those videos are gone. And of course, to those working at the Albuquerque Academy or students there, sorry you saw those videos because, like I said, Albuquerque, New Mexico is definitely a big city but definitely acts like a small town. Thank you for saying that you, of course, did not like the video and things like that, and the video is gone. But right now, I have a peaceful video in mind from when I recorded this video. Now, of course, as usual, this is fictional and just meant for entertainment. So in this video, especially because friends, family, and acquaintances of ours want to go to Iran, I actually don't advise at this time that you go. So, due to the fact that New Mexico is just like Iran, I'm using an Iran Air 747-200 to fly around New Mexico because that's the best and safe alternative I have in mind. So voila, here we are. Infinite Flight Simulator on an iPod Touch at the Albuquerque International Sunport. Now we're starting from a runway because, yeah, what do you know? Taxiing, that's boring. And here we go. We are making sure the control surfaces have free movement, setting the trim, all that jazz. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and give the emergency plan. Like, if I have an engine failure before V1, I will land straight ahead. I will close the throttle, yield to incoming and oncoming traffic to the opposite sides, and stop. If I have an engine failure after VR or V2, I will come back to the airport the way I came in, or if I'm anywhere past Monzano High School, or even the Jerry Klein Park, I will land at the Coronado Airport. And as of right now, well, I'm getting ready to go. Now, of course, while I'm at it, New Mexico, is just like I said earlier, the Islamic Republic of Iran. However, I don't recommend you go at this time because the country, and of course its political system, you could agree more or less that it's not really good. So as of right now in this video, I'm using an Iran Air 747 to fly around New Mexico. And here's some trivia for you while I'm at it. Much through most of the movies you see, like the James Bond movies, like GoldenEye for one thing, was actually not filmed in Russia. It was actually filmed in England or even Scotland. And in this video, of course, it was really filmed out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, not Tehran, Iran, or wherever. In fact, Albuquerque is like Tehran. In fact, you like Iran? I'll take you around. In fact, yeah. Depending how you think, Albuquerque should be beautiful and be just like Tehran, or wherever. So as of right now, I personally think that Iran is beautiful, especially because they have older planes of ours. And the airplane I'm using here, I personally think it's beautiful. So I'll take you around the Duke in it. Yeah, I'll just say that. Yeah, whatever. It's simulator world. I can play it however I want to play it. V1. Rotate. Or at least I think anyway. Oh yeah. Rotate. VR. V2. Gear up. Positive rate of climb. At least 1,000 feet. Above ground level. Alright, we're going to start with the East Mountains first. Because they look just like, what's that place? The outskirts of Tehran. And I'm going to tell you again that Iran, I don't recommend you go. So I made you a revised version of a sightseeing tour of Iran on an Iran Air 747 or whatever the case might be. So this video is a revised version of those tours. Well, somebody has to do it, okay? This is the best version I have of a revised version. So here we are, Duke City, in close resemblance to Tehran, and of course other places in Iran. And as of right now, we're headed into the East Mountains. We're over Carnwell, and of course, this video, as usual, is fictional and is only meant for entertainment. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and say a few things here that I lived in Albuquerque for 27 and a half years. I was born here from the time being I recorded this video. Planes were always something I loved, as you can see here. And of course, as of right now, from the time being I recorded this video, I hear that the airline industry, of course, is not really good right now, and a lot of what I want to fly is either changing their colors to some newer colors I don't even like, or, of course, the airlines have ceased operations. And here we go. We're heading into the East Mountains, at least Edgewood, and I will show you around from here. Oh yeah, too fast. Of course, I'm going to tell you too that I also have autism, but also high functioning and mild. And I do, in fact, find myself a risk factor in many areas. Like, I have difficulty landing still, but I'm interested in improving such things. Landing is one thing. So if you have anything to offer as to help me improve my landing, let me know in the comment box below. And I would greatly appreciate that, because in my life, I definitely would like a private pilot license someday. And of course, long-term goal for me to have a better living, I'm thinking of either education or healthcare. And yes, this video proves it, that I either want to be in education and or healthcare. And here we are, behind the Sandia Mountains in Duke City, and right below us lay some agricultural areas. Now, if you want to look for agriculture in Duke City, they're in either direction, but you have to go outside the city. North, south, east, or west, certain amount of miles, the correct transportation, and voila. In fact, the method I'm using here is not just good, it's brilliant. Depending how you think. Yeah, it really just depends how you think. And yes, what did I tell you? It looks just like Iran, does it? From the last few seconds I was blabbing? Or maybe even now. It looks just like Iran out there. This is a revised version of those sightseeing tours that you might have seen from other people who recorded on either Iran Air, Mahan Air, or Iran Asaman Airways, or what have you. New Mexico looks just like that. And this is one of the best safe alternatives I could offer to you about an aerial sightseeing tour of Iran. And speaking of which, while I'm at it, to the Albuquerque Academy faculty, staff, and students, sorry for those videos once again, because Albuquerque, New Mexico, I know this is your level of English, but Albuquerque, New Mexico is a big city which acts like a small town, and I didn't think that anything would happen. And of course, thank you for saying that you didn't like my video. And as of right now, those videos are gone per your request. And once again, this video here is a peaceful alternative that I have here. And if you have any faculty, staff, and students as well who want to visit Iran, what I have here is, of course, a revised version. because as of right now, from the time being I recorded this video, we don't advise any travel to the Islamic Republic of Iran itself. Now, the choice is really up to you, whether you want to get visas or not to go into the country, but I personally won't. So, I made this video as a revised version of a sightseeing tour of Iran. And of course, here's the plane. Though it says Iran Air on it, it's really filmed out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Like I said from before. And at this point, we are ready to head back to Duke City. I just need to come over the Sandia Mountains a little bit, and then from there, land. Spoiler alert, my landing element was not good, but I want to improve upon it. So I actually edited a lot out of there. And as you can see here, by using the autopilot and due to the fact that this is a mobile flight simulator game, I went ahead and I used experience from FSX when I figured out the autopilot. FSX is for Flight Simulator X, but I've come to a stop for a while because of all the madness in the world right now. I really do not want to touch a PC. So I'm going off a mobile device here. Now, here we have it. Something else that's a better alternative to Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad. I'm not into that, and much do most of you know that I'm better than that. You know me as a Full House fan, or what have you. As you can see here, even though I have an Iranian airliner, a revised version of those tours that people typically take in Iran, riding with Iran Asman Airlines, and of course Mahan Air. Now, one thing you should know is that within Western enemies, there's good things, like with Iran. I like their civil aviation. I also thought to show you, which is right here. And of course, in the case of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, you know what I like? Their aviation as well, especially their civil aviation, like Air Koryo. Though these airlines have been given 1 to 3 star ratings, I'm going to tell you that there's some positives within. Now, of course, if you want to go to those countries that I mentioned from before, can you really follow rules and things like that? Now, one reason why I made this video using the Iranian airliners because, I really, do not want to go to Iran just to see a classic plane. I just rather make my own version here in the Duke, which is in close resemblance to each and every Iranian city, town, things like that. And of course, this video is peaceful. If you still don't like it, let me know somehow, some way, and I will do my absolute best to remake some videos, as you can see here. And as of right now, at this point, I'm beginning my descent into Duke City, International Sunport, and I will go ahead and go into one more thing while I'm at it. And that's what you should have if you're going to make a show, is you should also have a one more thing as a conclusion. Now, the point of this video is a safe alternative to tourism in Iran, especially if you want to go see civil aviation over there. And also, this video, especially to the Albuquerque Academy faculty, staff, and students, I thought to show you that no planes crashed on your campus, and I will do my absolute best to not make that happen again because, like I said from before, Albuquerque, New Mexico, I was thinking for a while, and I still think that this is a big city which acts like a small town. I didn't think anything was going to happen, but now that something did happen, thank you for telling me so, and I'm doing as best I can to own up to it, as you can see here. Alright, so here we go. And one more thing, I'm showing you that I am about to land peacefully at Duke City, but the landing's not going to be good because that's where I'm weak, just like anyone else who wants to fly, as you can see here. So I did a bunch of editorials, as you can see here. Yeah, actually, I edited part of a clip out, as you can see here, and had to remake the landing phase myself. It's still not going to be perfect, though, but I did it. Point of this video, safer alternative to, I'm sure you know what, aerial tourism in Iran. But the reason why I'm doing it out of Albuquerque is because the city of Albuquerque, as well as the state of New Mexico, is just like that country. And of course, since it's a simulator, and I was given the Iran Air option as one of the variants of the airplanes, I chose to go ahead and do it. Because the key thing to look out for here is that much for most of your movies you see, like James Bond movies, are actually not filmed in the locations as seen. Like, for example, Die Another Day, I don't think was filmed on the 38th parallel itself. Starring Pierce Brosnan, I think it was really filmed somewhere in England. But in this video, it was really filmed out of New Mexico. But using, I'm sure you know what. Yeah, but using an Iran Air 747-200. So tell me what you think. How did you like my safe alternative to the Iranian tours, especially the aviation tours? You think it was good? Please let me know in the comment box below. And I will, of course, own up to each and everything that could be done better, could be said better, and I will work with you as best I can. But just know this, as the video concludes, they're a lot of work, but I'm actually willing to work with you on the matters. Well, otherwise, good flight, good revised and alternative version of the Iranian aviation tours. That is our show. Thanks for watching. If you like, please like and subscribe. I'll see you all around. Thank you for watching. We will see you all around. And by the way, requests are accepted. Goodbye.